It was very shocking to me to move to Hartford, to live on Crescent Street as a first-year student when I was 17, and getting used to college, and then living in a place which to me was full of noise, of drunken people and cars and fire engines late at night. And why would you play loud music late at night? Why are there so many fires in the city? I think my favorite spots in Hartford have changed as my knowledge of the city has grown. You know, the more I explored the city, the more I found what it had to offer. So when the weather got nice, one weekend I came out and walked up Constitution Plaza, saw how everything connected, and it was just like a whole different Hartford to me. It's sad to see the loss of history and the way things were developed, that Constitution Plaza, like, pretty much killed a different neighborhood that used to be there. I believe it used to be Italian, to build a building that is really not used. I live across the street from it, and it's great. It's a beautiful walkway, but there's nothing there if you don't work there, and it's dead on the weekends. There's a beautiful fountain, and it's really cool to see some urban greenery now with spring out and trees growing and flowers blooming in the cityscape. That's lovely, but to me, Constitution Plaza is always like a lonely place. The riverfront is also one of my other favorite places, you know, just to lay down on the grass and feel grass beneath your feet and not have to worry about needles and not have to worry about whatever, and hear the highway going by, but also hear the water rushing by and feel the wind and the sun on your face and close your eyes. And it just felt like such a culmination of Hartford. Heart is a small nonprofit community organizing group. It's the oldest community organizing group in Hartford and all of New England. It's been around for 35 years. Basically, the principles of community organizing is that power is money, and what do you do when you don't have money? Well, there's also the idea of people power, and that's where community organizing comes in. Immigration reform, that's also been another hot topic we've been working on for a while, since I've been at Hart. We recruited, we got a bus full of 50 people. We went down to DC and joined 500,000 people. So 250,000 people descended upon Washington in the biggest gathering since President Obama's inauguration, which was amazing. And for me, I had been to DC before, but this is my first time ever in a rally, and it was the same thing. For a lot of people on our bus, it was their first time in DC, and so to come to DC with this crazy mass of people in the heat, so many bodies pressing up against each other, and flags and noise and chaos, it was just wonderful. So we came back from the march really invigorated, and a little over a month later, we were in the planning meetings to do a march in Hartford. One push came to shove. It ended up being the night before the rally, and I was working till 8 o'clock on a Friday, making posters with a number of other people that have been part of the coalition. And again, it was interesting to see, you know, we're all from different backgrounds. There still was plenty of tension in the air, but there we were working till late on a Friday night because this is something we all cared about. We went to the corner of Albany and Main Street in North Hartford. We ended up having over 300 people march from that corner to Barnard Park and passing, you know, through the middle of downtown Hartford and in front of City Hall, where the yearly Children's Day or some festival family day was being held by the city. And so we had a captive audience of like hundreds of people just sitting there staring at us with our banners and our chants and like, what's going on? Or, you know, it was a very great moment of exposure and solidarity, and you get chills up and down your spine that we're all marching together and that Hartford finally came together for something big. It was just so cool. Hartford was just like a bright light in the darkness. It was, you know, just reminded me that it was such a great place to be.